Hey Toy and Collector fans, this is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com giving you a look at a Hot Toys Terminator 2 T-800. It's the DX10 line from Hot Toys, 1/6 scale collectible, so basically 12-inch figure. That's the box that it comes in. It's got some kind of silver studs on the side there, and some metallic paint or writing there, T-800, 6 scale figure. On the back we get some of the artistes involved. Let me just zoom in a little bit, there you go. A little bit more detail on that. And lots of yada yada stuff that's just really not all that important, but you get to take a look at it anyway. So there we go. Inside the box there's a few other bits and pieces. Now if I can just hold this up, you can see you get this rather cool Terminator 2 piece, which I'm actually not quite sure what to do with. It actually does pop out. Well, it did earlier on. I don't think you meant it, but it does pop out. So maybe you can display it next to the figure, but the sticker would go funny. So anyway, it pops out there, and maybe you can display it next to the figure. Maybe that's the idea. I haven't actually looked at the original photographs that it comes with, but inside the box, a few little bits and pieces, some instruction leaflets. Let's see what else we got here. There we go. More manuals and bits and pieces. What it does do is give you an indication, and do read it before you open up the figure. It talks about the PERS, the parallel eyeball rolling system the figure has, which allows you to move that back and forth. On the other page there, showing you the nice feature which allows you to basically recreate the cut or the deleted scene where we go inside Arnie's brain and take out his kind of chip. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it's like it allows them to learn emotion or something. A little bit of pre-warning there on how you move the head to make sure you don't scrape the body. What else have we got? This just saves me showing you some of this later on. How to move the limbs, how not to move the limbs, how to basically put the figure all together and peg on the bullets there onto that huge big Gatling gun, which is just an epic piece on this figure, it has to be said. Some light up features on the base, and that's it. The rest of the instructions are in Japanese. Inside here, there's nothing else left inside this box. You get everything installed pretty much. You get some spare hands, you get a couple of flesh hands, and a couple of black fists. So black power. And that's pretty much all we get in the box. We do have other bits and pieces at the front. Let me just show you. So there's the display of the figure that it comes in. Don't worry, we're getting towards the figure just a second. There's some of the features that it mentions. But hidden beneath that piece is a smaller part, which I'll try and show you here. This box is huge. Really amazing detail as usual. If you've ever seen Hot Toys, you know what I mean. So inside, this is the tiny little set of pliers, working pliers may I add, for the pieces that are basically Arnie's skull. So there's a small chip, the small metal cylindrical shaft, and that's a piece of flesh there. That's the piece of flesh he peels back off his head. So there's some real gruesome detail on this. It's an excellent figure. I picked up my figure at shopforme.com.au, an Australian company where I buy really pretty much all my Hot Toys. And they're a great bunch of guys. Great prices. In Australia there is no one who beats them on price, that's for sure. And tons and tons of stock. So check them out if you're in Oz. If not, you can get this figure pretty much everywhere that good toys are sold. Sideshow.com directly. You can also buy it I think Brian's Toys are stocked, but by Toy Store sell these figures, all the usual kind of places, and of course Amazon and eBay and lots of other places. So check this guy out. How cool is that? It's absolutely Arnold Schwarzenegger on the money. Whoops, let's just get that back there. There we go. So lots and lots of detail on this figure. To me it really is Arnie. He's just facial sculpt, detail, absolutely on the money. Great accessories and details on him. Let me just turn that around slowly. Can you quite wait? Don't worry, we'll go into detail in just a moment. So a couple of extra weapons there. He comes with that kind of shotgun, the Gatling gun. He's got a pistol wedged in his pants, and he's got these shells around his neck there as well. So very cool. He gets this bag on his shoulder as well, which allows all these bullets to come flying out there and into that Gatling gun. Just gorgeously done. The Gatling gun is, well, it's probably the piece de resistance of the entire lot, I should say. Let me just turn on the lights in the bottom while I've got it there, and you can just see, hopefully, oh, I've put the small little silver tab still in there. There we go. You can just see it says, well, you can't get the lights on and it's shining, but it basically says Terminator 2 T-800. So there we go. We get a little bit of a light up base on that. Doesn't do a great deal, I have to say, but it gives a nice eerie glow above the figure, particularly when the lights are off in the room. On with the bits and pieces in the figure. Let's get a look at one of the weapons that's on the side of him there, and then we'll get back onto the figure. So this shotgun that it comes with as well, just gorgeous detail as usual. So if you remember the movie, cracks that back, and lo and behold, what is inside? One shotgun shell. So you can just see that inside there. Beautifully done. So everything's working all in one piece there, again, as that rocks back and forth. So just beautifully done by Hot Toys. And the fake wood and the little screw, it's just Hot Toys fantastico. And silver bits of weathering, just lightly dusted to make that look metallic. Beautifully detailed. On his shoulder he has another weapon. Let me just take this apart a little bit. That's this other shell gun that he's got. I don't know the exact names, my apologies. Got a working kind of range finder up on top of there, and if you twist that little piece and do it gently, because it's Hot Toys, it costs a lot of money, twist that just gently like so, this opens up, and there you go. So you can pop in a shell if you wanted to. I'm sure it probably would work, but I think they're all part and parcel of the one. Yeah, they are. They're not stuck in there. So again, tons and tons of detail on this bad boy. Just that light dusting again to make it look like a gun, and a little bit of fake wood. It's beautiful. It's Hot Toys. It's what they do. It's a really cool piece. Now that Gatling gun in Arnold, let me just get the weapon there. Another small pistol that he's got. Again, just Hot Toys. Cock it back, and you'll actually see just inside there's a tiny little bullet. But it's absolutely all working. You can get the cock at the back. It's just, yeah, fantastic. It's really, really well done. Lots and lots of detail. Silver and very black matte on the handle, and kind of you can just see all that detail there. Beautiful. And very kind of shiny gloss on the shaft of the gun there up at the top. But fantastic detail. So let's take the figure off the stand. Again, stand is pretty basic. There we go. Terminator 2 Judgment Day T-800 as it lights up. Standard stand, cups under the you-know-whats. God help if you were real Hot Toys, must be painful. But let's get a look at that leather jacket from the boots. If you remember the scene where it says, I need your boots, your keys, and your motorcycle, or whatever the hell it is, can't remember, but beautifully detailed. It's got all the bits we see in the movie, even the zips work, which is just stunning. Movie accurate detail. He's got leather pants on, or trousers if you're in the United Kingdom, and the leather jacket, all the buckles, all the belt, even the zips on the arm, even the gloves of detail on them just behind, just at the cuff. So even the bits you don't see is detailed. These t-shirts, well done, all the zips in the leather jacket. These look fantastic, these shells themselves, they really look the business. They actually, they do, oh my god, they actually work. So all of these can actually come out and go into that gun, which is just mind blowing. I thought they were all moulded on there, but they're actually removable. Stunning, stunning. Now Arnie also has removable shades, which we can take off. Be very careful because they're very fragile. And there we go, there's one Arnie underneath. Doesn't look quite as cool without them, personally. But I mean, that's the Terminator, he has to wear his shade really. Now he has that removable eyeball system, but just before I show you that, you'll see up in his head, because you can just barely see it. I'll see if I can get it off at this angle. There we go. One tiny piece. Now that's that piece. Even the detail as if there's blood that goes there. It's just fantastically done. And that's where you pop in that chip and that cylindrical piece, and that hairpiece then sits on top. It's practically invisible. It's so hard to see. Not so invisible is the seam around the neck. It's not too bad though, you barely notice it. But pop that off the back, just pull that apart because it's a magnet. You'll see the magnet's stuck at the back there. And there we go. and he can pop and move his eyes through that. It's a little fragile, and I've seen a lot of people breaking the parallel eyeball rolling system, so be careful with it. They're not the most solid, those things, and that just pops on again onto the back, and there he is. Gatling gun again. The bag there is just full of zips and Velcro, very reminiscent of the Joker back rubber version reviewed, and these bullets just slot into that Gatling gun there and add that effect. No real moving parts as far as I can see on the Gatling gun, but it's stunningly well done. It just looks the part. Little touches of silver you can see there. There's red on the tip of the handle for the weapons. You do not get anything more detailed than this, apart from Arnie walking into your living room, I think, pretty much. But great looking figure, absolutely stunning. We've got an articulated body underneath. Because it's not armour or anything, you can pretty much move this any way you want. The boots are removable. Articulated joint everywhere. Everything can move, and it's pretty much, if you don't know Hot Toys, it's the most articulated figures you can pretty much get, as well as looking the best. So as I said, I got mine from shopforme.com.au, but you can pick it up. We put a link below to some other places as well. You can get it just for all our audience, because you guys tend to be all over the world rather than just here in Australia. But let us know what you think. Comments below or on facebook.com/TekSushi. You can join us on Twitter at twitter.com/TekSushi, and we're also on Google+, funnily enough, under TekSushi. So yeah, let us know what you think about this hot toy, and we shall see you for more Hot Toys and other reviews coming up soon. Cheers!